Hello, unlimited friends. The question I want to talk to today is, what should I do to avoid resistance? This question was contributed by Alyce. Thank you, Alyce, for your brilliant question. And before I get into the answer, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm ZMAHOON from ZMAHOON.com. I'm the author of 12 different books on the subject of law of attraction. And on this channel, it is my objective to make law of attraction simple to understand and easy to apply. Let's get back to Alyce's wonderful question. What should I do to avoid resistance? It's the same as saying prevention is better than cure. What can I do so that that thing that I don't want does not happen? Basically, that's what it is all about. And if we understand how law of attraction works, then we understand that resistance is that blockage that gets in our way, which does not allow us to achieve the thing that we want to achieve or get the success that we want to get. So how do we avoid resistance? The first and really easy answer is appreciate, 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 and then appreciate a little more. The reason is appreciation takes us high up on the emotional scale. When we appreciate something, when we compliment something, when we are grateful for or thankful for something in our lives, our energy goes up because appreciation feels good. Depreciation or disliking something does not feel good. When we appreciate, we feel good, and when we feel good, the vibration that we send out into the universe has no resistance in it. And that is why living life from a place of appreciation is really the answer to everything. Love, joy, eagerness, satisfaction, being okay with where I am today, that is the answer. Because if I am okay where I am, if I'm satisfied, I'm not pushing against. I'm not disliking anything. I can still want something, but I don't have to dislike where I am in order to want something to be different. Taking an example, I live in this house. I don't have to dislike this house. Every time I drive onto my driveway, I don't have to look at my house and say, oh, how horrible. I can't wait to get away from this place. Because when I say things like that, that's what builds up resistance. What I really want is to live in a different house, a nicer house. I can still want a nicer house. I just don't have to dislike the one that I have just now. That dislike, that dissatisfaction, that complaint is what resistance is all about. So the other thing is attachment to the outcome. Attachment to the outcome means that I put my happiness on hold today and I just keep thinking about the thing that I want, attachment to that outcome. I want that thing and I'm not going to be happy until I get it. That attachment to the outcome is a result of negative beliefs. So our negative beliefs are the other reason why we have resistance. Negative beliefs are beliefs that are under the surface. So subconscious, at a subconscious level, we have beliefs that become blockages on our path. And blockages on our path is what resistance is all about, right? So how does that work? Well, as you look at something and it feels bad because you don't have that thing that you want. So let's stay with that example of the new house. So let's say you want a new house, or maybe you want a relationship. You want a relationship and you're sitting there thinking that relationship is just not happening. When you say that, I wonder what's wrong with me. Why am I not manifesting the relationship that I want? When you think that way, it doesn't feel good. And so the question to ask yourself is, what makes me think so? What is the reason that I think that I can't have the relationship that I want? A whole list of things is going to come up. Things like, oh, I don't get out enough. I don't meet the right people. People always try to take advantage of me. I'm too old. I'm not good looking enough. I am overweight. All of those beliefs will come up when you ask yourself the question, why isn't this happening for me? And when those beliefs come up, when that reasoning, so what is that? Those are reasons that you have accepted to be true. And you've never tried to look for evidence to disprove them. That is a belief. A belief is a thought that we have accepted as true without looking around us for evidence that is to the contrary. For example, if you say, I'm too old, but if you look around you, you'll find that there are lots of people falling in love, having amazing, beautiful relationships, even though they are way older than you. Try going to a retirement home and you'll find that they're falling in love and they're in their 70s and 80s and they are enjoying life, right? So it can happen. Love can happen at any age. But if you tell yourself that you are too old, you're creating resistance. Because if you say, I'm too old, what the universe says is, oh, you're too old, so that means you really don't want a relationship. Because you're saying a relationship cannot come because I'm too old. And we do the same thing with respect to beauty, physical characteristics. I'm overweight. Who's going to like me? I'm too fat. Nobody is going to like me. No. You see beautiful people on screen and they could shed a couple of pounds, but they're in beautiful relationships. There are people who live on my street and they could lose some weight. They would want to lose some weight, but that doesn't mean they're not having beautiful relationships. They have beautiful relationships. So we fool ourselves by creating all these beliefs, and these beliefs are resistance. So the other thing is, how do you avoid resistance? How do you avoid absorbing these negative beliefs? Is when someone says something that is contrary to what you want to believe. First of all, do not accept it and make it your belief. For example, if someone says, well, guys are only interested in girls who have hot figures. You've got to say to yourself, all guys are not like that. Instead of saying, yes, you're right. You see, because when you say, yes, you're right, now you've taken that and you've made it your belief. And it is going to generate resistance on your path. So don't do that. The other thing is, remember all the time, remind yourself what your core beliefs are. Now, I have another video on my channel which is about core beliefs. You might want to go and listen to it. I'll link it here under this video. But we have to keep going back to our core beliefs. And when something is not in agreement with our core beliefs, it's up to us to reject it. For example, someone says, well, you know, you're never going to get that promotion at work because the boss likes someone else, for example. You have to remind yourself that because you understand how law of attraction works, because you're on this path of self-improvement, because you are making the effort to figure out how to think positively, and you absolutely understand that thinking positively will bring you positive results. Therefore, you're not going to agree with that comment. You're going to say, thank you for your opinion, dear friend. And you don't even have to say it out aloud to them, but it is necessary. It is mandatory that you think to yourself, my friend means well. But they don't understand that all things are possible. And I am someone who believes that all things are possible. And so therefore, I'm not going to accept that comment. I think all things are possible, and I think that it is absolutely possible for the universe to bring me that promotion that I've asked for, or that relationship that I've asked for, because my belief is all things are possible. My belief is things are always working out for me. My belief is that the future can always, 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 always be better than the past. All right, folks, so you understand? This is how we prevent resistance from getting its hold in our psyche. This is how we leave it outside our mind and our hearts. And this is how we can start living lives that are easy and free-flowing and without resistance. So Alyce, I hope that this is useful information for you, and I look forward to more questions coming from you and other members of the group. Take care, folks. Love you all lots. Bye for now.